Hey y'all, hope you're doing well. I haven't been out on the water very much lately. I've just been really busy. And I've got a rig I've been wanting to try out. This is the old floating worm technique. It's just a weightless zoom trick worm. And you just throw it out there and let it sink just below the surface and work it kind of like a jerk bait. You just pop it. And it's supposed to be really good this time of the year. I think it should work pretty good out here on the pond. So I want to see if I can catch some with it today. Last time I threw this rig, I was throwing it on a bait caster and it doesn't throw very well. I did some research and they said the best way to throw it is on a spinning rod. You don't have to worry about the weight being a problem. And I'm fishing this on an exposed straight shank hook. It's going to stay pretty high in the water, so I'm not worried about it getting snagged up, because you want to keep it just right below the surface. You want to keep it where you can see it the whole time. It's supposed to be a pretty good setup for a cloudy day. There's one we hooked up, not a bad one. First fish of the day. We hadn't been fishing long. I don't think he goes for a pound. But we are on the board. Nice little guy there. And if you notice, I've got a curve in this bait. It's not completely straight. I'm doing that on purpose to get better action out of it, because you want it to be able to jerk. You don't want to just have it when you pull it, you don't want it just going straight. You want it to be moving around. And a lot of times they'll grab the tail on it, so I don't set the hook as soon as they get a bite. I'll let them run with it for a little ways. Oh man, just lost one, guys. He kind of just hit it so fast, and see, he almost pulled my worm off, so he probably had it by the tail. Yep, look, he's tearing my worm up. So yeah, in that case, I set the hook too fast. I was just talking about how you gotta wait, but it's hard to wait when you get a fish running like that. I had my line kind of tight, and he just about pulled the worm off. And I'm using a 3/0 hook. I really need a small one, probably a 2 or a 1. But when you thread this, you want to thread it with the sharp part of the hook facing towards the round side. And you just want to thread it on there. And you want to thread it till about where it comes to the smooth part on the worm. I believe they call it the egg sac. Then you want to go ahead and come out with it and just thread it on up there. Yeah, and see how it leaves that little bend on there? That's what you want. And this is I don't remember if I mentioned this, but it's a zoom bubblegum trick worm. And a lot of times you want to use a bright color for this where you can see it easy. But sometimes if it's a really pressured lake or something, and they may not want to bite the bright colors, you may want to use a more natural, like a green pumpkin. It's not that big of a fish. I'm just using light line here, so I'm trying to wear him down. He's probably a couple of pounds. Huh? Oh yeah, probably a 2-pounder there. You want to try this? Yeah, nice one there. Couple of pounds. Oh man, pulled it right out of his mouth. Just a bad habit there, just setting the hook too hard. Had a reflex. Hit it so close to the bank I wasn't ready for him. I really should have just reeled and kind of eased up on him, and I yanked. And that's something you can't really do with this setup. All right, there we go, little guy. On the pink bubblegum trick worm. All right, bass number 2. He came off when I got him here on the bank. But hey, he's on the bank and I got my hands on him, so he still counts.